Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Operation Crypto and today's price analysis video on Solana. We have not looked at Solana on this channel for quite a significant amount of time now, so we'll have a look at what's gone on over the course of the last few months, which we do know is downward pressure consistently ever since those highs up at $259. We'll mark it up now just to give us a little bit of a tip to look how far we've come down. And the price, it's consistently come down over the course of the the highs up in November of last year, same as Bitcoin, same as the rest of the market. Prices just continue to drop, and if we look at this over a bigger scheme, so if we look at very high point to the very low point, which was just down there, those wicks, we did an 89% drop on Solana, which is it's crazy to think about really. You wouldn't have looked back at it when the price was going up here thinking this is going to drop 90%, but that's crypto and that's bear markets for you. There's two major standout levels which I've had on this chart for a long time now, and the two major levels of support and resistance. This being a major support level down at $21, and then the first major resistance level up at $81. But you could say, you could mark that one up there. If you look at the peak of that move there, there's also a resistance level there, and that's at around $58. I think if you're looking for buys, and if you watched my video yesterday on Bitcoin, people have been mentioning 10k for a long time. Personally, I don't think it's going to get down there, but historically, if you look at what's gone on in the previous two bull cycles bull and bear cycles to be honest, if you look at 2013 and 2017, we hit those highs around November, December time. Then a year after that, the Bitcoin price was estimated around 85% down. If that did happen for a third time in a row, then you are going to see 10k Bitcoin. I don't think it'll happen, but you just never know. History does have a tendency to repeat itself. Just be wary of that. If that did come down, that's a 50% drop on Bitcoin, and another 50% would probably more than likely come on altcoins too. If you're looking at this level down here at $20, it could be a decent level to really accumulate some. And if we look at that in terms of a drop from price range there, you're talking that's a 32% down towards that level. A 50% drop will more than likely take you to around $14, $15. It doesn't look good in terms of that aspect, but all it is an opportunity. These cycles work in a way that it wants you to make you believe that the price is never going to reclaim those highs again, or never mind that, even reclaim some type of decent volume. But it will happen. Whenever the market decides to bounce, it will bounce, and at some stage it will come. Whether that's tomorrow, whether that's in 6 months time, 12 months time, it will happen. So don't lose patience, just stick around, and you never know, you might get some beauty levels. That's talking about potential drops, but what if the bottom is already formed and we are starting to increase? Remember, it could not happen again. We might not get that 85% drop. I think if we look at Bitcoin just before we jump over to price analysis, so if you look at the highs that we've been, I had to use a different chart actually. Look at this one here. So if you look at the all-time high there, from the high point to the low point, so far we've done a 75% drop, which is very significant, and it's not to be snubbed at, because price could always form a bottom here like it is doing. It could be going sideways. We could get something like this. We could get Chop City now until December, which is around here, when that Bitcoin yearly bottom is formed in previous cycles. We then could start pushing up. So for me, I think personally, it's a good time to buy, but also it's a time not to go hell for leather. You got to start at some stage buying, and you're never going to hit the bottom exactly. So for me, I'm slowly and methodically buying back into a market. Whether that is $10 here or $1,000 here, that's individuals' own choice. But for me, I'm starting to buy. I'm starting to dollar cost average into some of my favourite assets. I'm not currently buying Solana. Mainly doing this for TA. For you guys, if you really want to start buying into Solana, then we'll look at some levels. We'll look at this latest move. We have had a decent push up from the bottom there to the top, and we have come down, and we've used this 78% retracement level as an area. By a rule, for me, if I ever look at an asset that's pushing up, I wait to buy, and I start laddering in from this point here all the way down to here. I'm not going to say that's a bottom, but I think those just give you some good levels. What I would do is start buying now. I think this at $30 is a great level for Solana. And if the price does continue to drop, then you can use $25, $20, and then look at that 85% correction on Bitcoin, which could in tandem pull Solana on any altcoins down another 50% from highs. And that's down at around, what you say, about around $14, $15. So if you're looking for buys, don't go all in, but just start gradually laddering those buys down into areas where you think the price could drop. I'd still buy some here, personally. I think it's a nice level to its bounce. We come down, we hit that area and we pushed up. And I think that at some stage, whether that's like say today, tomorrow, the price will bounce up. So that's the levels to buy within that area. Use those Fibonacci's levels as levels to buy. If you want to know how to use a Fibonacci, go into my tutorial section and you'll see how I set it up and how I use a Fibonacci in order to buy and sell. Let's get rid of that fib. You can see all those levels there. I've mentioned it 30, 25, 20 and then 15. Those levels I would buy at. If we're looking to sell to accumulate, because remember accumulation is king, if you manage to buy at $30 here, then why not sell at this level of resistance here? As you can see, those areas here, I mean you could go right through, but that is a major level of resistance. It was support, resistance, resistance, resistance. And that's around $47. So if you're looking to accumulate, that means buy at the lows and sell at the highs and rinse repeat, then you could be looking at a potential 40 to 50% move if you buy at this level and the price goes up to that region. And that could be decent. So you could watch the price go up, sell your entire bag and then wait for it to come back down. It depends what goes on. I always leave a little bit in the market myself just in case we do bounce. So we could do something like this now for a year. But we could also have done something like this and we could also have done something like this. So for me, accumulation is king. What I would do if I were buying at this region here, then I would sell a portion of what I've bought at this region. If it then continues to go up, you've still got some. If it continues to go down, you've already taken some profit. So you're minimizing that risk once you get to a level of resistance. Also, it could just do this, and then you are underwater in your asset. I wouldn't worry about that because ultimately the price is going to go up at some stage. So that's investing for you. That's dollar cost averaging. If the price comes down, you then will buy down at this region as well. So just some points there. Levels to buy, levels to sell at $47. If it breaks that, we've got two major levels at 57 and 88. We're not going to go into any more in-depth technical analysis today. We've used some levels on the Fibonacci to buy and sell. And also you looked at some levels of support and resistance. This is a major level of support at 20, major level of resistance at 57. So use those to your advantage. If you're a big Solana fan, accumulate as much as you can, whether it's up here or whether it's down here. I think at some stage it's going to bounce, so just be prepared for that over the long term. But that's it. That's my thoughts today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.